doesn't have to be back until tomorrow, you know, Frank.
Well, she wants them all away quick, doesn't she?
Well, time to grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah, come on.
You started on the shed and all that, have you, Frank?
I just thought to get it done, you know.
How long have you been here?
About an hour.
Do you always work like that?
I just thought, you know, try and get it done before Patsy come back, like.
What time's she coming?
Not until tomorrow. And I wanted that shed down before I went there.
Steve's on that thing and it'll fall down. When are we supposed to hump it all, like?
Tonight?
What? The cookers, the shed and the bleeding sofa.
You can do a few trips.
Can't, you know. I'm sailing tonight.
Well, then it's the keys, then.
Oh, no way. Put myself on the line borrowing that truck. It has to be back by tomorrow and in one piece.
Oh, come on, I'm a sound rubber duck, me, you know.
Is that why you lost your licence, Frank?
You don't need a licence to know how to drive.
You do with me. Bloody hell. She's certainly clearing Gavin out of the system, isn't she?
Right. It's as though she wants to forget he ever existed. You know what I mean?
It's funny, isn't it? By this time tomorrow night, no one will ever know whether he existed or not. Won't be a trace of him.
I can understand in a way, but
what?
Well, they can't have been too happy, can they?
She always looked as miserable as sin. Well, every time I saw her anyway.
It was this baby business.
Had they been trying long?
About 2 years. Gavin didn't want kids. Well, not really. He told me once. Out of the skull he was. Going on and on about how marriage had ruined his sex life. All started when they moved here. I remember when they moved in. We were sitting in there having a cup of tea and he said it then. New house, new start. All that garbage. That's what he said. At first he thought it'd keep her happy. Something to take her mind off it, like. Didn't seem to work, though. Christ. I remember him telling me once about how he had to deliver sperm samples and perform at specific times so that the doctor could examine it. It put me off me stroke and all.
Yeah. Well, till I moved here to give her something to do.
Had to be, didn't it? A rock and horse wouldn't even think you could do the cougars out there and get away with it.
It's not with old Roger next door, anyway.
So much for the surprise.
I thought you said tomorrow, Frank.
Not me. She did. What's up? I thought she wasn't coming back till tomorrow.
So did I. She just wants some clothes.
You just knackered all Frank's plans.
What plans?
Well, he wanted to have all his shed and the cucumbers and the sofa and everything now by the time he got here. So he wasn't coming back until tomorrow. Glad he did, though. God knows what else he'd have had me doing. For one awful moment down in the kitchen, I thought he was going to ask me to redecorate the old bloody house.
Oh, I never thanked you for fixing the glass door.
It's all right.
Won't bring Gavin back, though, will it?
Do you two want coffee or tea? Thanks for making us.
Coffee.
Tea.
Are you coming down?
Yeah, in a minute.
I told you to make someone a wonderful wife, didn't I?
Really good mate, Frank. He's been in prison, you know.
What for?
Don't know, something to do with his car. It's before I met him and Gavin.
Have you known him long?
Met him the same time as Gavin. At the Grafton. God knows what I was doing there. It's one of our Christmas parties at work. Don't know how we decided to go there, though. Anyway, it was Frank who tried to get off at me first. He wanted to take me home. Gavin seemed more interested in the girl I was dancing with. What was her name? She did the accounts and that. Red hair and... Andrea. No, Anthea. I can't remember her second name. Anyway, he seemed more interested in her. She didn't want to know. I fancied him, though. Brad Frank trying to get his hand up my jumper all night. Wasn't funny at the time. I mean, I really like Frank now. He's just not my type.
What happened?
Oh, by the time Engelbert's Humperdinck's last balls had been dredged up from somewhere, Frank was legless and Anthea had gone off with the sales rep from Rank's Xerox. He always came to our office parties. He can't hold his drink. Frank, I mean. I think that probably had something to do with him going into prison as well.
Is that why he lost his licence?
Don't know, probably. Anyway, Frank was poured into a taxi and Gavin took me home as a consolation prize.
Did he get his hand up his jumper? I think Frank still regrets missing out, you know.
Don't be daft.
He cares about you.
I know, he's been a really good mate.
He still will be. If you let him.
I shouldn't come back and spoilt all his plans.
He won't mind.
Do you think I'm doing the right thing?
How do you mean?
Getting rid of all Gavin's stuff. It's just that I don't want anything to remind me, you know.
Yeah, I can see that.
But everything I've got reminds me. This is a dress I wore when we came to look at the house. He didn't want to come over here, you know. Kept going on about how he could fit the whole house into the living room of our old flat. He only did it for me.
You won't want to keep the cookers as a memento, though, will you? And if you play your cards right, Frank will have the shed ripped down and the garden served over by the weekend. I was wondering what I was going to ask.
Come on, you two, it's poured out.
What were you going to say?
No, doesn't matter. You better get going, I'll say. Frank's going to have a cob on. He's probably made some sarnies as well. Nice sarnies, Frank.
Anyone want any more tea or coffee?
I'll have one, Frank.
Coffee?
You're not going, are you?
Smaller soon, you know.
Do you mind if I smoke, Pet?
I do, actually. It's bad enough in your house, but I don't want my own stinking like an old ashtray.
Are you all right?
Oh, yeah. I feel great.
I don't mean that. You seem a bit agitated.
I'm always like this when I lose a husband, or hadn't you noticed?
There's no need for that. You know what I mean.
No, Marie, I don't.
It's something other than Gavin, isn't it? I can tell. I always could. God knows I had to learn how to, didn't I?
Please, Marie, don't start on about the mother substitute bit again. Being in your house is like being back at home.
Is it? Well, perhaps it'll do you some good. You need somebody to shift you, you do. Put a bomb on you every now and then. Otherwise, you'll just sit and brood about everything.
And I haven't got something to brood about now.
I'm not saying you haven't. You just need to shift yourself a bit more, that's all.
And do what?
Go back to work. Start sorting this place out. You've got 2 very willing assistants, haven't you? Oh, you just need something to take your mind off it.
Go out and enjoy myself, like.
Get out from under our feet, more like.
What?
Well, now that the subject has come up.
What subject?
Look, I know it's only been 4 weeks, but you do have to start sometime. And other people do have to get on with their lives.
You want me to leave your house?
You've got your own home here, haven't you? And Aunt Michelle said she'd come and stay, didn't she? It's not fair on the kids, is it? Seeing you moping around the house looking like a wet week. Didn't know the reason, of course, but...
Should I stay in now then, or can I come back and collect me stuff?
Oh, now don't start like that. I'm only doing what's best. For us all.
There you go, Ben. After we've done the shed, we'll shift this way.
You're not serious about getting rid of this settee, are you? It seems such a shame. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, are you giving it away or selling it or what?
Why? Think it looked good in your front room?
Well, it wasn't, but now you come to mention it. How much do you want for it?
I don't know. Barry said he knows somebody who might be interested in it.
You'll have to match 300, Millie.
What?
Well, it's 3 leather, this, you know.
Who's going to pay that?
A mate of mine. Well, he's not really a mate. Some flash merchant. Owns a couple of clubs in town, you know.
Why didn't you tell us before, you?
You're not the only one who likes surprises, you know, Frank.
You know, it's not bad, though, is it? And here's me thinking I'm going to be the hero getting a ton and a half for the cougars.
150?
Yeah, you two must have some pretty stupid mates.
How did you manage to get that for those, Frank?
Well, they may not be worth much now, but done up a bit, you know, you can get 50 quid profit on each of them easy.
Sounds like you're going to be a rich widow, our kid.
Yeah. Especially with his insurance policies. Seems like Gavin's worth more dead than alive.
Aren't we all?
Leave her. She's got to cry it out.
I'll shift the cups before we start on the shed.
You and her close?
Used to be. Then I had the kids. Do you know about it?
Yeah.
Said she couldn't keep coming round and seeing them. I understand, but... She's closer to our Michelle now. That's the youngest. Right live wire she is. I want her to come and move in with Pet for a bit. She'd keep her busy, you know.
How do you think she's going to take?
I haven't got a clue.
Don't think it's really hit her yet. Once she gets back here to the empty house and that.
Well, that's why I want our Michelle to come over.
I was thinking of it, you know, asking her out. You know, just for a night out, like, just to cheer her up a bit, you know.
I don't see why not. Do her good.
Yeah, but a bit awkward, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Still, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Go and ask her. Oh, and you don't want to worry what other people think. It's up to her, isn't it?
You okay?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about something.
Would you do something for me?
Yeah?
Take the Gavin Pet sticker off the car.
You're okay? What I wanted to ask you was... if,
You know me and Gavin were trying to have kids.
yeah.
And he's dead now. The last time I spoke to him, we had a row. Well, I think I'm pregnant.
So, that's why I haven't seen you down the Swan, is it?
Full-time business, looking after women, sir. I'd have the strength to get up and go to work in the morning.
Have to take it easy, buddy. How about there across the road from you? Seen much of it?
No, just helping her out a bit.
I got a cracker the other night. You know, one whose mate goes everywhere with her.
Petter could do with one of them. She's got a younger sister, Michelle. She's not bad. Be alright there, Terry.
I'm not baby snatching.
She's 18.
Is she? How many sisters are there?
3. But the older one's like a battle axe.
She's gorgeous though, isn't she, Petra?
Can't say I really noticed, sir. It's just a friend, you know.
You might think that, but others think different.
You reckon?
I know it. Well, look how we got around the football team about you and Eric's missus.
Yeah, that's because everyone was knocking a slice off Hardy.
Apart from Eric.
Yeah. But Petra, she's a completely different ball game.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's for me, ma. She's redecorating.
Hasn't she heard of paint shops?
Yeah, of course she has. But I want to give her a present.
Haven't you heard of paint shops?
Yeah, I've seen a couple. But you're cheaper, Terry. I want to look after you. Put a few extra bob in your pocket.
Oh yeah, you're using me, Barry.
No, I'm not.
We used to be mates. Now I'm just an easy touch. Someone who you can get cheap stuff off, so you can put money in your back pocket.
How do you mean?
I mean, you just use people like me, like Eric's missus, like Carol, like your mum and dad, and now suppose like her across the road to you. How's she going to help you out? At least she's close, and you won't have to get your car out to get into hers, will you?
What's got into you all of a sudden, Terry?
I'm fed up. It gets on me nerves robbing stuff for you all the time, and not even making anything out of it.
Yeah, well, you keep your nose out of my business if you don't want your nose broke.
Oh, you can be a right hard case when you want to be, can't you, Barry?
Ah, forget it, Terry.
No. What you want? White emotion.
Yeah.
2.5 litre can.
Yeah, and look, I'll box it off with the money by the end of the week.
All right, I'll believe it when I see it.
You know you can trust me, Ter.
Yeah, and you know I'm a soft touch.
Have you got any gloss while you're at it?
Hello, what's all this then?
Razzie, got another one and all. How about that then?
Where's that come from?
Ask no questions. 2 emulsion, 1 gloss. Could I do more?
Oh, they do very nicely, thank you, but where did you get them?
Oh, don't worry, they never fell off the back of a lorry or not.
Where then?
Well, this mate of mine, his dad works in this warehouse.
Oh, Barry.
No, straight up, I got them off Terry wholesale. And he said he might be able to get hold of some wallpaper for us as well.
Well, you'll have to wait a week or two for the...
Oh, I'm not pushing you for the money.
I know that, lad, but your mum's lost her job.
Have you? Honest? Well, it doesn't matter, I've lost hundreds of jobs.
It's not funny.
When did he tell you?
5:30 tonight, would you believe? Closing the shop down.
Oh, well, I'll be able to help you out with a few extra bob, man.
How are you going to manage that?
Well, there's plenty of work on at the moment.
I'm not having you doing any overtime. You're not fit enough yet to be back at work. I wish to God you were out of it.
I can handle it.
Your mother's right, lad. It's not worth killing yourself for a few extra quid.
I won't.
I don't want to hear any more about it.
And we might have to have free school meals and all.
What? I didn't know your job made that much difference.
Oh, yes, it does make a difference. And we're all going to feel it.
Well, you may be better off on the dole, man. I mean, you can claim for all sorts of things.
You think so, do you? Do you think we should go out and celebrate then, do you?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, do you hear that, love? Let's go and have that drink and leave Soplad here counting his money. I don't know where you get your ideas from, Barry, but it certainly isn't from me.
Don't rub her up the wrong way, lad. She's upset.
Yeah, but I didn't know it made that much difference, did I?
Well, it does to her and us. Her money means a lot to this house, you know. Make me no mistake about that. And you giving handouts isn't going to solve the problem of what she's going to do.
Well, that's bad news, isn't it?
You're not kidding. I'm defo not going to school if I have to have a free school uniform and free meals. Mind you, wouldn't mind if they gave you free au pair girls.
Oh, yeah. And what would you do with one of them?
Polish up me French. It's a good idea, like, if they gave you free stuff that you wanted. Trouble is, all the stuff they give you is junk.
Do you think the social will pay for my holiday?
Yeah, defo.
Do you reckon?
No problem. What do you fancy? Fortnight in Siberia? Coach trips to the Sahara Desert? The trouble is, they only pay your fare one way.
I bet my man was a bloody good worker as well.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. Do you know why I reckon they closed it down? Because of that moaning, weeping Annie. Because my mum's dead nice, isn't she?
Yeah, she's great. And that's another thing. I reckon we should help her out a bit. You know, not get her down. What do you reckon, Karen?
She's all right. Yeah.